Cancers, what's happening? Welcome to your February 2021 reading. I, of course, am Rachel Stebbins-Navy, aka Villaggio Strega, here to do your 4-week forecast. Bear in mind, time's kind of on a continuum here. So it's the week leading into the first week of February, the week leading into the second week of February, and so on. So you're meant to see it when you're meant to see it, and of course, take what resonates and leave the rest. That said, Cancer, I'm just going to readjust here a little bit for you, hopefully so you can see the cards here. Your first one out is the Six of Cups energy. So let's see. That one definitely just took a left turn. Are we keeping it? We are. Okay. Got Tower moment coming up in the first week. Interesting. Let's see where this is going, Cancer. If you would like a more in-depth reading for a challenge or situation in your life, you just need more clarity, need a little bit more guidance on, feel free to reach out to me. All my information is either in the description below or in the About section of my channel, hopefully both, but I've been having a little technical issues as of late. Go figure, Mercury's in retrograde, I'm not surprised. Will be till February 21st for anybody who's following that astrological thing. And of course, Mercury in retrograde simply means that things like electronic devices, communication, mechanical things, things that need repair is the best way to describe it, really. For them to kind of like get all discombobulated and jumbled around in order to come back fresher, come back renewed, come back repaired, that sort of thing. It's the astrological planetary way of kind of like resetting our clocks and putting us right at where we're supposed to be. So bear in mind. And it looks like here already there, Cancer, that yeah, your month is pretty well informed of that already. Let's see, what do we got here for Cancers for February 2021, please? Thank you. February 2021. February 2021 for Cancers, please. Spirit, what would you like them to know? Snowy is also, for those of you who know that I have a Great Pyrenees dog, anybody who knows anything about Great Pyrenees knows that they're huge barkers, especially if there's like a mouse, a fly, a bird somewhere nearby. She's very on top of everything. So Snow is kind of in a timeout right now. I have to keep my eye on her because she's been very verbal lately because there's people visiting. There's new faces around. Yeah. You gonna be a good girl? She's coming in like, I know you're talking about me. You gonna go stressy? Snowy? She's a sweetheart, though. Loves her family very much. Won't you relax, Snow? Beautiful. There we go. That's things turning around. All right, Cancer, a couple more. There it is. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Cancer. Yeah. I had a feeling this one was going to show up. Nine of Swords energy. There's a lot of anxiety this month. There may be a lot of insomnia, a lot of sleepless nights. There's a lot going on for many of you Cancers. Fear not, it is going to get better. But the overall energy for the month is this Nine of Swords energy. The energy of doubt, the energy of debauchery. Again, Mercury's in retrograde. It may be a month where things just are kind of getting jumbled around. In order to repair things for your highest good. So let's take a look. Week 1 here, Cancers. We've got Six of Cups energy. Now, Six of Cups is your challenge. This is that nostalgia. This is that childhood kind of relations, things of that nature. It could be someone from your past coming to visit you, perhaps that you grew up with, went to school with, back in the day kind of thing. Or it could be you looking back and reflecting or being asked to, kind of being called upon, look at those things. You also have the Tower as your advice card here. And just because it's pertinent to the next week, I'm going to pull him out already with your King of Cups here. So 2 cups in the Tower. That said, Cancer, week 1 is your shake-up week. Week 1 is like, what the hell is happening this week, this month? Looks like for a minute for you. February may be a rough one on some Cancers. But it doesn't have to be necessarily, because what it's shaking you up, what it's changing things around for, is again to put you kind of in a better place, a better mindset, better space, kind of relieving some of this energy down the road here. Nonetheless, Tower comes in to kind of shake things up a little bit. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable for a moment, Cancer, but it is designed to kind of put you on a better path here. Potential outcome, though, it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, and you may recognize this, or it may come with someone's energy, you know, a male over the age of 35, that kind of energy of emotional stability, of someone who just wants the best for everyone. The King of Cups that's very much what he's about. He really wants to spread love. He really wants everybody to be happy and be their best potential self. There's a lot of authenticity that comes with him. There's a lot of experiential knowledge and wisdom that comes with King of Cups energy, because he's already been through a lot of storms in life. He's already seen a lot of shit. So Cancer this is looking like some sort of maturity thing happening here. You know, whether it's dealing with relations from the past and getting a new perspective on things, or taking the higher road yourself with something, or who knows what, but there's definitely some connection to either childhood, nostalgia, something along those lines. Tower's definitely stepping in, and you yourself may be finding yourself in a position where you just want the best for everyone, which is a beautiful thing. Week 2, it's looking like you need to tap into that higher power and go for a commitment. The challenge is the Hierophant. Hierophant energy is, yes, seeking spiritual wisdom, seeking spiritual guidance, being a part of tradition, being a part of ritual. But again, it is that sense of commitment, a higher commitment at that. There may have been something, or there may be something coming up this week where you're experiencing some grief, some loss, or self-doubts, pessimism, as it were. And that's why this Hierophant is showing up, kind of, is to kind of remind you, like, hey, you know, when in doubt, just talk to your ancestors, talk higher power. Things are not as bad as they seem this week in particular, but you're a little bit of a doubting Thomas here with this 5 of Cups energy and 5 of Swords. 5 of Cups, of course, is the card of pessimism, grief, and sorrow. They're focused too much on these half-empty or cups that have spilled over, rather than on what the other 2 cups that remain. That could be a situation or an emotional relationship, something along those lines, where you've just kind of like either lost interest, or so much has happened that you're just like, oh God, where do I go from here? And this potential outcome of the 8 of Swords energy, while that is kind of like triggering things, as it were, you may have this mindset of just feeling stuck in a situation, Cancer, especially this week too. You may feel like there's no hope, there's no way out of it, but these are your own thoughts, because 8 of Swords energy, while there's all these swords around her, while there's that blindfold on her, it is very loosely bound to her, and she really could just remove it if she can kind of get out of her headspace a little bit and be a little bit more optimistic. So higher commitment, more optimism, take it to the divine, tap into your higher power, higher wisdom. Ask for guidance and support. This kind of theme is starting out for week 3. It's kind of continuing here a little bit, but it is going to take a turn. So you've got judgment going on as your challenge for the week. And this could be judging yourself as much as it is judging others. I get a feeling this is more about judgment, though. I really feel like this is a Cancer out there or some of you out there who are being too hard on yourselves in a situation, who are really focused on the negative rather than what's positive, perhaps, or being very doubtful of yourself or perhaps someone else you're involved with in your environment. But nonetheless, this is judgment coming through. This could also be judgment in your favor if you're dealing with some legal things, or being judged by some sort of authority figure. Now, that said, your advice is, of course, celebrate, be excited, bring some new vitality to your life. Now, maybe the week before was really a rough week, but Spirit's here to remind you to say, hey, this is a new beginning of sorts. This is Page of Cups energy. So it's younger, it's adolescence to childhood. Again, picking up that childhood kind of theme here going on, in particular with this card, where you're finally seeing something as an opportunity for a new beginning, new emotional growth. It's inexperiential, so there's not a lot of wisdom that comes with it yet because it is a new situation. But the potential outcome with it is you're manifesting things here with this Magician card energy. It's kind of like you're your own alchemist. You realize you have the tools you need to either perform or manifest whatever it is that you desire, and you are a manifester of your life there, Cancer, which is kind of, I feel like, the piece missing in the first couple weeks here for you, and perhaps the second is that you're feeling a sense of, okay, I can't do this isn't going to happen for me, but you have to expect the best and you have to expect blessings. If you want to change that energy, change that mindset. Now, you may be dealing with somebody who's a little bit deceptive, maybe a little bit confusing around you. This might have something to do with employment here by the 4th week. If you're starting a new job, this is like, I'm not getting paid what I thought I would. I'm a little bit overwhelmed with the task. I'm going to do what I got to do here, though, is what this is really saying. So 7 of Swords energy, this could be you being deceived by somebody. It could be someone being greedy. It could be a situation where either you yourself are taking too much. And perhaps this is indicating for some of you Cancers that indeed you're taking from something from somebody else. This is kind of like the warning. And or it is an individual trying to get one over on you. 7 of Cups energy, though, we see this, again, overwhelming, so many options, so many things to choose from. It's a little like intimidating at first, or that your emotional state is just kind of like all over for the end of the month here. It does balance out, though, if you're able to maintain a sense of like that 9 to 5, like just stay focused on your finance kind of energy. Stay focused on, I oddly want to say mundane. Stay focused on just like the slow and steady kind of rituals you've had previously when things get a little chaotic, whether in your own head or from external influences here. Let's go back to the overall energy. Yes, that 9 of Swords is there. But there is a new opportunity coming to you that's going to relieve some of this doubt, some of this worry, some of these financial, perhaps, restraints, thoughts. Insomnia here. You're coming out with the Ace of Wands following behind it. That is a new creative endeavor. That's new passions. That's like a gift from the divine saying, here you go, you can do this. Follow your dreams, pursue this passion, pursue this idea. You realize there's a completion. There's some sort of completion of a cycle. Something has come to an end. My guess is that's what all this worrying is about. With it, with that completion is coming the card of Page of Generosity, some sort of new money. Give me just a moment, the dog. There you go, honey. There you go. With it, this Page of Pentacles energy, he's there to say, okay, look, I'm going to give you a little bit of a leg up, here financially. This is going to work out. He's very generous, very kind. This could be representing an individual under the age of 30. And it also could be representing what's coming from this new opportunity, this new passion, creative endeavor. Entrepreneurship is the word I'm trying to spit out, and at the tip of my tongue here. You're also getting the King of Swords energy here. For the last one in this run. King of Swords, of course, is representative of leadership. It's represents contemplative thoughts, theories. It's being logical about things. It's taking action too, taking logical, strategic, well-thought plans, or well-laid plans in a sense. The movement forward on that. It could also be representing masculine energy over the age of 35. So that said, let me just put these back how they were. Do we want to clarify anything, Cancer? I think we do. I think I'm going to go with the advices here for you, because I get a really strong sense, because this is where things are like, okay, you're confused, you're suffering in some way, the tower's coming in, and there's this new opportunity. So I want to just see kind of, is this like a emotional thing, or is it, there's abundance coming in? Or is it something else? What else does Cancer need to know about their advice for this month? Okay. What else does Cancer need to know? What else can we advise Cancer on for this month? What about the Tower? What advice do we have for the Tower, please? Okay. Goodness, that's a lot. Okay, I've got 5 cards here. Any more? One more. What advice is there for Cancer? There we go. Thank you. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. All right, so what's come out? I've got the Empress that came out first, the 4 of Swords, the Magician, the High Priestess, the 9 of Cups. Wow. And the 6 of Pentacles. My goodness. All right, so give me just a moment to connect these dots here, Cancer. Especially with that 4 of Swords, you're going to need some rest on. And 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. So it's looking like there's an end of suffering. You didn't want to let go of something, perhaps, Cancer. And I can just show you these too. You didn't want to let go of something, Cancer. And so the divine stepped in and said, no, I'm going to help you with this. And this is why you're like, oh my gosh. Like you didn't see, you felt it coming, but you didn't really want to acknowledge it happening when it comes to this loss or this grief of sorts. But right afterwards, right after, once you let it go, like you emotionally let it go, you accept it, you acknowledge and accept it, you're gonna be, your abundance rolls in. So, and I get an even stronger sense, Cancer, that you need to stay focused on your blessings. You need to count your blessings. There's like an element of attitude of gratitude about all this, that it will make things harder for you and harder for you to progress with if you're too focused on the negative. Because you have some beautiful advice cards here. This is the Empress. This is the card of abundance, the card of harvesting. There could be a pregnancy involved. This is nurturing, loving, Gaia energy. You have 4 of Swords, which means there's a moment where you're going to need to take a rest. This is recuperation time for you. There's a need for rest and deep rest at that. You have the Magician again. This is of course alchemy. This is communication, timing on a situation, you being the manifester of your reality. You've got the High Priestess, which means you're going to need to use some intuition on something. That things are going to be illuminated, things you hadn't seen previously, and you're going with your gut about. You've got the 9 of Cups. This is the card of self-reliance. This is somebody who's creating a space for themselves where they have what they need, they're independent, and they want to surround themselves with beauty. They may lack at times, though, human companionship. So if this is like moving away from a relationship, it's its own blessing, yes, but that discomfort may be that you're alone for a moment here as well, Cancer. If it's not the relationship, then it can certainly represent someone who's, changing up jobs here. I do see with the Pentacles out, if it's that new employment situation where you're on your own and kind of the new kid on the block, but you're making your money. You're doing what you got to do. You've got the Six of Pentacles here. There's that finance coming in, that little bit of abundance, that generosity along the way here to help you out. Whether I don't see relocation right here, but whatever it is, either you're judging yourself or you're judging others on, it kind of pertains to this finance. Perhaps there was a situation here in February, Cancer, where yeah, maybe somebody took some money from you or something like that. Somebody close to you took some money from you, and that's where the confusion is, especially towards the end of the month. But you're like, okay, fine, you need the money more than I did, clearly. This is the divine coming in to kind of pay it forward to you for not saying that you need to put up with anything like that by any means, but you're just kind of like, okay, this happened and we're going to move on from it somehow, some way. So let's see what the Goddess deck says. I'm going to pull one more card for you all, Cancer. What it is, blessed be Spirit. Well, that was fast. Spirit wants you to know immediately we're coming out with Bast, right? Independence. So looks like February is your month for change and taking off on your own. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Yeah, being able to have autonomy in life, being able to have your independence, be self-reliant is really, really important. And it can be even more challenging, especially if you're not used to it, Cancer. So I wish you the best. Blessed be. Take care. You know where to find me.